Uh, hey, how's everyone? What? Everything's kind of fixed. Wait, sorry. I think the, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Sorry, everything's exploding a little bit as it sometimes does do. Hey, I'm Grayson Allen. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to Final Fantasy XIV. Tiny, Coolair, and Gideon have joined me in a game already. Coolair gave me a fancy little, like, look at this. It's a little Ravana minion. It's very cute. There, so thank you very much. It was really nice of you. And oh wow. What the hey? Oh, I think Trevor and Cloud were here. It looks like Trevor was here first, and then Cloud showed up. And Smo raided me. That seems like a cheaty thing to do before you even start. But thank you, Smo. Hi, Smo. Hi, Coolair. Hi, Nai-chan. Hatton. We learned is the pronunciation, I believe. Hatton. Alala's here. And yeah, hello everyone. Thanks for coming in. We are hopefully going to have a stream that doesn't crash today. I still need to find time to figure out what's going on with that weirdness. Oh, hey, Gror. Let me send you hello. I like to salute folks as they come in. But hello everyone, welcome. We're playing Final Fantasy XIV today. We are continuing the MSQ. Hence, we are here at the Zenith. Which, by the way, can I just say, like, it's hard to... Look at how cool that is. Oops. Like, that is a just massive building. I assume a building. I'm not really sure what that is. But it's super cool looking. I love it. Like, the architecture in Heavensward has been... Oh, there's a rock there, by the way. Architecture in Heavensward has been super cool. I love it. It's the best. It's delightful, even. Trevor! Hey, Trevor. I'm going to someday have this on a hotbar or something. Hello. Lala says it's a long way up. It really is, Lala. But how's everybody doing tonight? It's Monday for most of us. Tuesday for those lucky few. Yeah. How's the week been so far? I've had a pretty good start so far. I had a pretty good day at work. It was busy, but it was good. Got everything done what needed to be done. And now we're here playing video games. And I always look forward to playing 14 because the story is interesting and I get to play with fun people. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And I might as well start walking and talking because we got kind of a walk to the top here. I could take a mount, but where's the fun in that? Cloud says, I love listening to Dragon Song playing. Is that what this BGM is right now? Or is Dragon Song in a different part of the Heavensward? Oh, Strom. Strom says, howdy everyone. Howdy, Strom. Welcome. I think chat just crashed. Good. Oh, it super crashed. Oh, it's back. Oh, whoops. Oh, no, wait. Okay, it's fine now. Okay, we fixed it. Don't worry, everybody. Nothing's wrong. Hatton says, why not put it on your hotbar now? That would be a smart thing to do, yes, Hat. You know, I really should, because I have a lot of hotbars that don't have anything on them right now. I absolutely could. I could, like, actually, hold on, Hatton. Just because you're so smart. How do I... Oh, we're gonna... Hold on. Emotes. Can I take an emote? Yo. Hatton. Your brain. Enormous. Massive. Man, okay, that's way easier than I ever I don't know why I never... Anyway, it's fine. Yes, that's probably something I should absolutely maybe do. At some point I should... Actually, I need to... Oh, yeah, I switched back to... I think, so on Sunday we played around for a long time leveling up Warrior to level 50. I switched back to Dragoon, at least for these story bits, because it feels more thematically appropriate to be a Dragoon, whilst I talk to a dragon. Lala says, I did laundry between playing Pokemon and Skyrim. Lala, you're so productive. Good job. Yeah, and I think you've been talking in Discord about Pokemon. It seems like you like it pretty good. Seems like it's been a fun one for you. Claire says, it's my Friday, which is even better. Oh, Claire, congrats on having a Friday Monday. That's always fun. I hope you're enjoying it. You probably like Mondays a lot more than Garfield does. Oh, you guys think you're so cool. Justinian, are you still stained blood red? Oh, wait, isn't that a thing? Isn't that like a... Hold on. Like, wasn't the lore for Dragoon armor that it's like forged in the blood of dragons? So does he have like some kind of like magical Dragoon armor that just like sucks in the blood of dragons? And I guess the stronger the dragon, the more color changey his armor gets or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into that. There says there's many renditions of Dragon Song that plays. This is a slow piano version. Okay. And Cloud says Dragon Song is the main theme of Heavensward, such a pretty song. It is really lovely. Oh, Meerkat. Hey, Meerkat. Says, do you have your mount on a hotbar? So I have the mount roulette button on a hotbar. I probably could at some point maybe like at least like with my favorite mounts pick up a couple that I would want to keep on hand always. Like, I'd probably like to have a mount button for, like, Maggie and Cheryl, my flying chair. And, like, for the most part, I kind of like having it, like, on the random button, because then I get to see a lot of them on a fairly regular basis. Wuja says, ginormous? Oh, hey, Wuja! Hello! Meerkat says, this piano version is called Contention. Law says, Pokemon's been fun despite the flaws. He says the OST for this area around Zenith is called Contention. Okay. He says it's a variation of Dragon Song. He says, yeah, post Nidhogg fight. Yeah, we're post Nidhogg. We're here with Estinian to talk to Izael, who is probably still really sad that she's allowed some rando spirit to possess her body part-time. Which, fair enough. You know, please merge with spirits responsibly, everybody. Don't just let any old spirit be like, hey, can I hang out in your body for a little bit? Like, you know, you gotta like, make sure you get, like, the proper, like, applications filled out, like, make sure they're gonna, like, pay their rent properly, all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, you end up like Izael, and you have, like, some random false spirit dwelling in your soul. Claire says he needs to wash his armor. It just says airy. Okay. He says, forged in the blood of dragons, no. He says, but dragon blood does stain. I mean, most blood stains, I believe. It says, Estinian is just smelly and too lazy to wash his armor. Mirka says, I was teasing you because every time I show up, you're walking. Yeah, it's walking time. We gotta hoof it. And Hatton says you can fave mounts and then customize the random button to only pick from faves. Okay. I might have to look into that. And AC says, notice how his skin isn't covered in blood, just the armor. True, true. Good thing the visor kept the blood out of his eyes. He says, every part of a dragon is a potent catalyst. Blood, fangs, scales, hide, all of it. Oh. I mean, it makes sense. Dragons are usually ridiculously magical in most any fantasy setting. Well, actually, that'd be... I'm gonna hurry and copyright my story idea, but what about a fantasy book where dragons are like the most boring creatures in the whole game? They actually have nothing going for them. That's a good isekai right there. Anyway. AC says, if I recall, Dragoon armor's forged with a specialized technique. Okay. Cloud says, listen, random spirits happen sometimes. There's this false deity, sure, but still hot. Sure. Well, it says there's a limit to faves, but I can't remember how many. It looked like there was maybe like 20 or 25 I could have. Or Cloud says 30. Okay. Yeah, so there you can have a pretty decent number of faves, honestly, which is cool. Let's go ahead and yeah, so the plan today was going to continue MSQ. So we're going to talk to Yzael, and probably good old Hraesvelgr as well will show up at some point. And then we're going to ask him a question about what's going on with all these eyeballs we're finding. Also agrees it's 30. Okay, so yeah, 30 is a pretty good number. I don't even think I have 30 mounts yet, so that's pretty good. I think I mostly have horse mounts right now, and then like a smattering of others that have kind of showed up as things go on. But anyway, let us talk to Yzael and continue El Storio. 'Twas you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Hraesvelgr to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm, and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragonsong War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. It is time you learned the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, Warrior of Light. Quest completed, yay. Or I'm sounding the horn right now. Oh. Also, this is like the 4th time we've been promised the whole truth of the Dragonsong War. Oh, hi Catherine, by the way. Nice you stop in. We're talking to a dragon. Oh. Impenitent mortals, ever seeking to bury old wrongs under new. Hey, killed your brother. How you doing? I did sense the moment of Nidhogg's demise. So he's for sure dead then, right? That was a slightly unclear since, you know, off-camera deaths are always iffy. He did kind of fall into the mists and was not, you know, no body, no crime. But maybe he actually is dead.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Ooh. Twould seem thou hast uncovered my secret. Aye, unto the blinded Nidhogg did I yield 1/2 of my strength. Oh, we're just giving that right back to him, huh? Oh, that came straight out of my pocket. Oh, no. That's probably covered in lint. Oh, it's so... Oh, it makes my eye itch. Oh. Oh, yep, there. There it is. Oof. That's the 5-alarm chili kicking in. Ooh. Nidhogg, what hath befallen thee? We are undone by covetous mortals. They did take Ratotsker's eyes and glut their appetites upon her essence. She is slain then? What madness hath unmade our peaceful accord? Did I not warn thee, crude brother? They have ever been untrustworthy creatures, these short-lived Elysin. Oh no. He's pretty darn blind. But thou wert enchanted by thy mortal maid. Thy folly hath cost Rotatsker her life, and me mine eyes. Ooh. Oh, my beloved Shiva, how swiftly are thy kin made bestial by their appetites. Hraesvelgr, 'twas thy blindness that did invite disaster into our lands. Surrender thee an eye to me, and let that be thy penance. Nidhogg. They bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon these traitors and every child of their line. Yield to me thy strength, brood brother. Oh. Oh, that's so weird though. That doesn't seem like the healthy kind of surgery at all. Ooh. My vengeance is begun. Ooh. Is this the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Thou hast borne witness to a scene from my past.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Oh.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
Yikes. So Hraesvelgr. When my brood brother did appear before me, bloody and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half my vigor that he might exact his revenge upon the mortals who had wronged us. So, Hraesvelgr always had the appearance of being, like, indifferent to the war, or to the whole situation, but he actually was fully condoning and supporting it in a way.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
Yeah, that's not a cool move.
This one som in Ela.
The peace my beloved so dearly desired had been shattered by her own kin. Their treachery claimed my brood sister's life and my brood brother's reason. Thinkest thou thy fits of indignation will move me to remorse? Snap.
I'm fire. Koluman. Tolos Ineskla.
Go, mortals. Take your unruly passions and leave this place. Your presence here spelleth naught but misery.
Kas ehi shiso. Sekmon inaan. Stray snowfall in Sith
Were it not for Shiva's soothing embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide you should the bond we share ever weaken. Yikes. Hey, I got money though. 761 coin. I killed a dragon for that? What do you have to say about this, Ezel? It's your boyfriend. And thus did betrayal beget unending vengeance. Oh, hi guys. As the story gets more messed up, dragon's claws aren't clean either. And he just says new word, pog. Here gets his edgelord dragon doesn't gaff. He wants to be depressed. Carson says, you think you're gonna make me feel bad, huh? Raceflugger says, crying like a big crybaby nerd. Carson, you're so mean. And also, hi. Glad it's time to gamble it all at the gold saucer. Great. Glad you're all having fun. Estinian is frustrated by yet another mystery. Unrest in Ishgard. Though he lifted not a single claw, it would seem that Hraesvelgr wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us. I accepted a quest, apparently.
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg, but I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
I mean, yeah.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
Ezel, why are you being reasonable about this?
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
Snap.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yeah, you guys have really both done a lot of bad stuff.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other?
That's a good question, actually.
Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard?
That's also a good question.
Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom?
Eh?
At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return.
Plot thickens.
Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
Oh, what? Like Ezael.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragon Song War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, Warrior of Light. The people must be saved from themselves.
I nod my head.
Wait! I would join you!
Just join. Don't stop us.
There has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Got spies in the city? I nod my head.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
I mean... maybe. Adam says, man, that wind blows fierce. Yeah, that's kind of... ooh. Hey, it's our good friends. The Knights 12 and that a-hole. Future
A small
a-hole.
army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault. And the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then.
By Thordan the 7th.
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
Sure.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance.
Oh.
Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
Man, he is a jerk. Dang it. It seemed like he was going to be maybe a reasonable person in this whole game. And apparently all the knights just suck equally, so that's cool. Is the eye going to come out of the middle of the table or something? You'd be like, oh, good, good. Oh, great.
The moment is at hand. Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the Bringer of Light to die.
I'm so... Well, didn't Thordan specifically say that... What was the point of him telling us about the whole situation if he actually is in cahoots? That's like a terrible way to be like a double-crossing person. Hey, it's Harshfallen. He's like, oh, you know. I nodded my head. He's just like, whatever. I'll allow this to pass.
There!
Gasp! More people? Who would have thought?
Comrades! Sheathe your swords! There is no need for further bloodshed!
Maybe?
My lady!
Yeah, listen to the lady.
Please come!
She's fine.
Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more!
Yeah. Like, that's less happy sounding.
Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the great worm low!
You don't even... You wouldn't even call me by my name? It's so harsh.
The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery.
Yes, true, probably.
You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends. He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead. Let his hatred die with him, I say. Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace.
Maybe?
Have we lost?
I don't know if that's the lesson here.
No, my friend. Far from it. At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it.
I mean... It's a really optimistic way to look at it.
Peace?
They wanted to win, though. They're just like, oh, I guess we'll go home.
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Oh, timorous Temple Knight, how could you? He's like,
Providing
oh.
aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern.
He's like, oh, but our
If the
violence.
heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
It's good points. We did it. We saved the day. Meerkat says, I think he's playing both sides and is gaff about it. Yeah, I mean, I guess the Thoradin the 7th is kind of just being an a-hole. Strom says, take a shot of water every time the Warrior of Light nods his head. It says, woo, Thoradin the 7th isn't a direct descendant, but really all Ishgardians are a descendant of him and his knights. It's a little like the Pope of the Catholic Church. Hayden says, I shall not die of water poisoning, thank you. He says, in likelihood he was bestowed the name when he became Archbishop, the highest title of an orthodoxy. He just says, please, Lady Icehart, let us know in 7 words or less, please, otherwise Mob will not understand. AC says, I got you covered, chugging a bottle of water. AC, I know that water's your favorite. Uji says, thanks for the clarification, ACG. Alright, so... Man, there's been a lot of stuff going on. Getting a lot of big drops of lore. This is exciting. Let us see how long this peace lasts. It'll last forever as long as I don't talk to Haurchefant. That's what I know. Okay, so where does that go up to? It goes up to the adjoining area, apparently. Hello. That was rather too close for comfort. But 'twould seem that calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friend. Yeah, you know me. You know how I do. Orthodox mayhem. We did it. Let me, oops. Okay, have all the best stuff I can have. Lord Haurchefant has more than a few questions to ask, he who would not be denied. Meerkat says, oh yeah, true, the Pope always takes a special name. Meerkat says, started from ARR, it'll last that long. AC says, is all this really considered a Pope pirate behavior, appropriate behavior for knights? You're so funny, AC. That, my friends, was rather too close for comfort. Praise alone that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of the Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Grayson? Are you two dating? Behind my back? You wouldn't dare, would you? Gasp. Beg pardon? You traveled to the Churning Mists together? Along with Estinian? Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg, dead. The heretics, pacified. Father and Sarah Amaric must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Amaric to Fortom Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well. Grayson and I shall await you there. Oh boy. Oh, you all think you're so funny. Just follow me whithersoever you want. How do I get to where... I think it's just Fortom Manor at this point, so I just need to go to this crystal right here. And he says, I mean, canonically, he's in love with you, so that dialogue is not even that far-fetched. Wait, I'm going to the Forgotten Night. I have to talk to Tataru. Every chance I get, we talk to Tataru. That's the rule. Everyone knows it. Everyone obeys the rules, right? It says, yep. In Japanese dialogue, it's much more upfront. Tataru? Once the confusion Uda has sorted itself out, it should prove a whole lot easier to search for our friends. Never fear, Grayson. Taru is on the case. Alright. Just making sure you're still alive, really. I know you too. Sidrugu. Find another table. This one is taken. Alright. Cool. You're probably going to be important characters later. There's no way NPCs are going to be that elaborately decorated for no reason at all. He says, in Japanese, I'll just say it, it's outright suggestive. And Meerkat says, have you seen her cute dress yet? For Tataru? I don't think so. Like, I think so far every time I've come here to see Tataru, she's been wearing the same outfit. Hatton says, introducing your BF to your father-in-law and your husband is doing the intro? That's a scandal. Says you have to earn your way to their table. It's worth it though. Nasa says he's at your beck and call and battle to the bedroom, to the dining hall, and 2 mugs of hot chocolate. Great. Nasa says I like the English version better. He's more respectful. My warrior light likes her suitors that way. Fair enough. Meerkat says she's wearing a cute crafting dress with chocobos on it. It says my warrior light also appreciates the low-key flirts. Fair, fair. Well, come, Master Allen. Shall I show you inside the manor? Sure, sure. Hey, it's our friends. Say the thing.
Praise Halone, you are safe.
Can I just say, by the way, that we've had a lot of voiced dialogue for a lot of these cutscenes. It's very cool.
My safety was never in doubt, Father. For I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side.
Sure.
We bring the most wonderful tidings.
He's so excited. And he gestured with his hands. I gestured with a couple of hands, too. It's a big deal.
The infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
Yeah.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
I mean, yeah, peace is good.
My thoughts exactly.
I appreciate, like, there really are, like, a lot of very reasonable people in Ishgard. Which is, like, I don't know, it's not expected. Like, I mean, I guess the Thoradin the Seventh might not be a cool guy, but a lot of the major players in the city are actually, you know, doing their best to make things good for everybody. And I appreciate that.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
Yeah, that doesn't sound realistic.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question.
And they're all like, oh, problems.
If both highborn and lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thoradin and his knights, 12.
Yeah.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
Ah. Therein lies the rub.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
I respect Sir Emmerich. He really does try to do things right. Even
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
That's a bold move.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
Kinda true, you gotta force people into the truth if they've been lying for a while.
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Right.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united.
Oh, yeah.
But now we have none. During the war, the highborn needed men to lead, and the lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question.
That's true, actually. I mean, their whole religion is based on this, like, endless war. Like, their whole way of life is about this endless war. And so if, like, the war just suddenly stops, like, that's really gonna throw a wrench in the works. That's such a weird, strange problem to have.
Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
True. A nation divided cannot
Tread carefully,
stand.
Lord Commander.
Interesting. So,
My lady, is it wise to let him go?
So, I mean, we're probably almost done with Heavensward, right? Because we finished the war. We're probably just got a couple of quests left, and then we're ready for the next expansion, right? Things are looking up and up. I assume the next expansion is mostly us, just kind of turning to farming, kind of like Harvest Moon style.
I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emmerich prone.
It's true, he's been pretty
Though
pragmatic.
he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him. That which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it. Even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
Gasp.
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Thanks, Estinian.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
Gasp.
That Sir Emmerich is the Archbishop's bastard son.
Oh.
Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
Oh ho ho.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emmerich is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character.
Yeah, I mean, Sir Emmerich has been, like, really cool, like, this whole way through.
It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
I mean, this is assuming that Thornton the Seventh is not an even bigger a-hole than we already suspect him of being.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the Vault myself.
Estinian, you need to calm down.
Here. The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emmerich's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emmerich more than ever. And we may be his only hope.
Oh.
There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
I'm here too.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
Yay,
I thank you all for your support.
We're gonna start a revolution. Yay. Oh, people will be chatting. Okay, so I guess voiced cutscenes are gonna become pretty regular according to what everyone's saying here. Smo says FF14. Most people are good people or misunderstood. Trump says yes, way more subtle character building than the anime style characters we got in ARR. Okay. He says never bring religion into politics. It's a recipe for disaster. You know. Oh hey Avalon, welcome. Howdy. Americ is the best boy. Also, I love Americ. Smo says Bameric. He's my favorite character, says Trevor. Everyone likes Americ. Trump says, y'all best settle down and stop thirsting after my husbando. Smo says, my husbando is much later. I'll fight you. Alright. Strom says, Endwalker by next week. We're doing really good progress then. We're getting there quick. That's amazing. ARR just took forever, but the rest of these are super short. I have hiccups now. Great. Island farming isn't until Endwalker. Ah, darn it. America says, we're about to all live happily ever after. How did you guess? It says, you have to buy the island by starting with a small plot in Stormblood, peddling your turnips into foreign lands. This is the story I want to hear. And it says, if your turnips are fairly priced, Elijah Wood will sell them to you. Wow. Wholesome throwback. So don't feel too bad for Americ. He has good parents. Lord and Lady Borel. Laura Strom says, take a drink, because I nodded. He says, Grace, you should play this part as a healer. Trust me on this one. AC says, won't say why until later. And Law says, Archfont and Americ both want to make their dads proud as illegitimate kids, but Edmund is a good dad. Wallace says, or at least acknowledge him. Wallace's brain no work. Well, you're doing great. Your brain work. Your brain do good work. Big smart. Hi, Stinian. All the people. You should know better. Far be it from me to criticize a man for his blind idealism, but he might at least have pretended to consider another course. Have no fear, father. My arm will not falter, my shield will not break. I promise you, we shall prevail. Cool. If we must risk the fortunes of our house to bring this truth to light, then so be it. But are you truly prepared to do this? To face the Heavensward in battle if you must? The Heavensward? Is that the name of the knights? Like the Templar Knights in this area? Lucia? I'm very close to you, hi. Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. I'm so good at recruiting. Did I tell you about that whole army I recruited once? Don't worry about the part where most of that army then turned on me and tried to kill me. The Lord Commander has need of us, and we of him. We must act now. Ill-weather friends. Oh hey, Alphinaud, you're really good at finding questionable people of ill repute. Adversity acquaints a man with a strange bedfellows, as Alphinaud knows only too well. It says, time to find friends. Avalon says, this is one of my favorite dungeons coming up, but the aesthetic is right up my alley. Ooh, Kulair says, Thoradin's personal guard is the Heavensward. They have other roles too, but they serve the Archbishop. Avalon says, questionable people of ill repute. You mean the FC? That too, sure. I don't know. AC says, the Heavensward is a group of the Round Table. You fought 2 of them at the trial by combat. They're the Archbishop's personal guards. Okay. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with an army of knights at our backs, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You are correct, Master Alphinaud. Not even the assembled might of House Fortom and the Temple Knights would be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. You speak of one of the other high houses. Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumored to reside in the Broom. 'Twas these disgruntled Ishgardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. Ah, but of course. If their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might well be persuaded to assist in Sir Amaric's rescue, knowing the truth he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Master Alphinaud, and I would have you and Grayson reach out to them. As a Temple Knight and sworn servant of the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the 2 of you may receive a warmer welcome. Very well. We shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. My thanks. Estinian, will your brothers heed your command if you order them to stand aside? The Dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait while the Highborn fight amongst themselves. Great. How very wise. Grayson, we should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Tataru may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. I nod my head. And I walk this way. Quest accepted. Ace says that seriously will play as a healer, and Cloud9 says, hey, I have this bot that good at selecting random friends. House Helionaut Knight? You wait. Alright. Only because AC requests it, I shall oblige. I am now the slickest white knight, or healer, white mage. Look at me. Oops, that was the wrong button. Stop. Nice. House Helionaut Knight. Honoring the past. 56. This Helionaut Knight is in mourning. I might as well accept this one since this unlocks an Aether Current. We recently held a ceremony to honor the passing of Ser Chaudeblin, Claude Bamed, 3rd son of House Helionaut. but I was surprised to see none of the Rose Knights from Camp Cloudtop in attendance. Not that they should abandon the camp, mind you, but at the very least I expect to see Ronchemont and perhaps Lady Linnette in attendance. I'm sure she has her reasons for not attending, but Ronchemont is a dear friend of mine, and I know how he cared for Sir Claude Baim. They worked quite closely together for many years, down to the very end. Which is why I want you to present this to him, the battle standard raised during the ceremony. I am certain he would have attended if he could, and at the very least, I should think you'd appreciate a memento from the ceremony. Sure. I don't know why I'm the one that has to do that. Alice says, oh, that's a nice glam. Yeah, this is actually a really nice outfit that I believe Aristid designed for me. I don't know if Ari's in chat today, but he stops by every now and then, and he made me a pretty sweet, some pretty sweet drip here. It's been a hot minute since we saw that glam. Alice says, does he still remember his buttons? Alice says, may the 12 bless his tank. It's in about an hour. It's Cloud9. Oops. I hit the wrong button. Okay, there we go. And somebody accusing me of not knowing how to play as a white mage just because I haven't played it in 2 months. That's offensive. I would never forget how to play such an easy class. Probably. I'm gonna go to Foundation. Is this the dumbest way to do this? Probably. That's the Forgotten Night that I'm going to, so I could probably... don't... Stop. Let me talk to the crystal. There we go. Forgotten Night. Meerkat says Regan, then Holy. What else is there to know? See, Meerkat gets it. Meerkat gets that White Mage is a complex class that only the biggest of brains can handle. There's 2 whole spells. And you gotta remember the precise order in which to cast those 2 spells. Lest tragedy befall the entire party. I jump. Oh, she does have like cute little chocobos on her dress. Very nice. Hello, Alphinaud. It would seem that the Forgotten Knight was spared the worst of the earlier chaos. Still wondering about you two. Well, says, I'm just saying I forget what I assigned to what buttons after not playing a class for like a week or so. Now it says, I bought an MMO mouse and had to completely reorganize every single hotbar. Oof. That'd actually be fun to get an MMO mouse. There's like 1,000 buttons on the side. He says, is your favorite Regan? AC, you know. Meerkat says, Swiftcast? Holy, I can't res you, my Swiftcast is on cooldown. Perfect. Trump says, I'm in this joke and I don't like it. Ah, Grayson, Alphinaud. Gods, I've been worried sick. It's so good to see you. And you, Tataru, how did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Gib Brelon and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. What about you two? What came of your journey? I gesture with a hand. And 2 hands. This is a long story. You're not serious. What was Sir Aymeric thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A queer moniker if I ever heard one. But mayhap it will make the individuals in question easier to find. Come, let us all make inquiries below. Oh, Tataru, you're gonna help us. Very nice of you. We shall inquire below, apparently. Blair says you can always long cast res, never mind. Ignore that, I'm wrong. Does that mean yes, White Mage is the only hero where I can't ever res a tank on trash? That just means it's a bad tank, just heal DPS instead, because it's cooler. Because it's healed like... Guys are being so sassy. I'm behind the counter now. Emond? Can I help you, sir? Bowl of beets. Small beer, perhaps. Lost his little girl to the pox. Best leave him be. Yikers. Fricked. Oh, this is the down below you were talking about going to. Wait, can I do secrets? Secrets. Guys, I found a secret place. No one's ever been here before. I get on that. I think I can get in this box. Can't. Leave. I don't think I can get on that box. Yes. Okay, we're figuring it out. I don't know if I can get anywhere else from here. Ouch, my legs. There was a guy somewhere. There he is. Broom Elder. It says, I'd love to tank this one. Alan says, healers have lots of opinions. We're the group mom. Your says, we have so few damage buttons. Give us a lot of time to think about other stuff. Someone says, oh man, I can't wait till he gets to the jumping puzzle. Strom says, parkour. It says, I should go drop a healer meme in the Discord. That says, you're a bunny and can't jump. Look, that's a stereotype, Cloud. That's very offensive. Just because I'm a bunny doesn't mean that... Well, anyway, it's fine. Yeah? What's that? Speak up. I can't hear as well as I used to. That was super useful. Okay, I thought so. Broom rat. I don't know. Don't think about the Margle, but if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you. Alright. So rude. Y'all think you're so funny. Where's this third guy I need to talk to? He was like back up a little bit. There's one more person we need to talk to somewhere. Inherently. Ouch, my legs. I don't know if this person exists. I think it's a myth. Probably down over that way, actually. Yeah, they're down that way. Yo, this game lets you jump on a lot of stuff. I like that. I fell. Oh, there you are. A starveling. A mongrel? Not sure I catch your meaning. To blue blood, we're all of us dogs down here. Also, it'd be funny if he'd been a dragoon. Look. Because I bet he doesn't actually get to the next dungeon tonight. Meerkat, how dare you accuse me of not being a super fast-paced person? I says, by all means, finish that sentence. Someone says, yeah, you may not. At first, the people here were a bit standoffish, but with little effort and a lot of parley, I've managed to make up plenty of friends. Great, Tataru, I'm glad you did the thing we asked you. Not a single shred of information. Just as I expected, these revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the mass's complicity. Still, it is good to know that Tataru's ears are as sharp as ever. I'm pretty sure if Tataru was an Elizin, that would have been quite offensive to say. Someone says, yeah, he may not. Meerkat says, not even that, it's that there's another hour of gameplay, probably. I'm accusing you've only streamed for 2 hours. I'm sorry, Meerkat. I have only so much free time in a day. It would be nice to do like a... Like, I'm trying to consider the possibility of switching to like 3-hour streams. But again, that's like that'd be more time, and I have to figure out like where that time would come from. But Alphinaud is not one to be easily deterred. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Broom, why not go and see if Brulon knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Knights, surely he must have heard whispers of the mongrel before. We can only hope they'll be more forthcoming than the others. Sure. I am glad this was productive. I think it was just right above me, basically. Eric says, I watch... Ooh, there we go. I watch enough streamers play that I'm very chill about when streamers get wherever they get. You'll get there eventually. Thanks, Meerkat. Cloud says, meh, life's always more important. And if I'm not around, I watch VODs. Says Meerkat. Cloud says, have to take care of yourself. Cloud says, oh, speaking of streaming, since you're not streaming Thursday, will the next MSQ be Monday? Are we doing any Sunday? Or have you decided yet? That's actually a really good question. I've actually been thinking or considering the possibility of having the Super Stream Sunday. Perhaps the final 2 hours of every Super Stream Sunday. We'll do MSQ. Ouch. Just because I like being able to do the super long streams, but there's not necessarily a reason to. I guess there's lots of stuff that can be done, but I also, if I'm just constantly doing new classes before I learn them properly, then I'm probably gonna run out. I mean, it's gonna be hard to keep everything straight and actually know how to do things right. And so I've been thinking that I don't know if I want to like learn another new class soon. So we need to find something. I need to find something else to do for Super Stream Sunday. And so we may do some, maybe especially since we're not doing anything Thursday. Maybe we'll do some MSQ on Sunday. But I guess is the short answer to the long ramble. Meerkat says, I see a lot of people get wound up about how streamers ought to play. Strom says, would be nice to unlock some more dungeons. After that, we can do super streams to grind tomes for your gear. That's true. That's the big thing with like doing the MSQ is like that unlocks more things to do as a group, right? So actually, maybe that'd be something to do. Maybe on Sunday we will focus on getting a lot of like blue quests taken care of. Because blue quests usually unlock cool stuff. So we could work on some of that stuff and then do some MSQ maybe. We'll have to think about it, but just a thought. Gibralon. People long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, Grayson. That's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction, but to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. It so happens there's a hunter up in the Crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payments in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me. Agreed? Great. Unless says, yeah, we could get you your Aether Currents too. Yeah, that'd be probably something useful to do. Cloud says, Blue Mage. I would love to do Blue Mage. That seems like that could be a whole process for sure. That could be much things. Where is that? Wait. Oh, it's up in that corner. Okay, I see. So I just need to find me a crystal and get up to that corner. Probably the closest one. Meerkat says, well, and once you finish the .0 MSQ, you unlock the Alliance raid, an 8-man raid, and the Trial Story series. Yeah, so that's even more content that could be done. And a bunch of optional dungeons. Which is, I suggest also Palace of the Dead. I really want to do Palace of the Dead. Keep forgetting about that one. It says the raid series is metal. Claire says there's always the gold saucer. Oh, could we make this like a gold saucer series? Like, could we all just like collectively agree to like not even play the MSQ again and just all go hang out in the gold saucer and do gates all day? I would be down for that. I love the gold saucer. Patton says, I need to level my blue mage. No, I don't even know what level it is. Must have got to do gold saucer during Make It Rain. And I just says, okay, Asmongold. I've heard of Asmongold. I don't. I'm guessing he must like the gold saucer. The hulking hunter. So, you're Gibberlon's errand boy. Good, good. How is he doing? Same as always? Right. Any road. I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through on account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year. Okay. Good talk. Ooh, there we go. There's this chocobo racing for days. I've actually not done any chocobo racing, weirdly enough. I usually mess around with Triple Triad and the Gates when I'm at the Gold Saucer. It says 12 streams of chocobo racing. 12-hour stream of chocobo racing. This is wow. That's just teasing because you were talking about Blue Quest, though obviously I'm a sim for Blue Mage. Now it says chocobo racing versus viewers might be fun. You know, we could definitely, I don't know, there's definitely lots of things. There's so many things can be done in this game. Just endless quantities of things. Maybe that's something else you need to, like, discuss on Discord sometime. Like, figure out, like, what kind of stuff, or I guess even, like, we can talk about it right now, like, what kind of things do people want to do during the community streams? Because I know there's tons of multiplayer stuff. And so far we mostly just, like, kind of run dungeons together, but there are other things, I'm sure. And so if there's other things people like doing, I'd love to hear suggestions. Like, we could totally mess with chocobo racing. I don't know how it works, but I'm sure I could learn. And we could dabble in that nonsense. I know Palace of the Dead has come up a few times. I want to do that eventually. For sure. Gaberlon. Well, we're going to hand them over or not. Fresh herbs. Here you go. Aye, this ought to do it. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are few things which stir the hearts of men like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. Sure. I thank you, good sir. There's noble indiscretions. Gibberlon has a faraway look in his eyes. Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Heurethia is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble house or another, I forget. Anyway, be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Wink, wink, nod, nod. Bob's your uncle. Nudge, nudge. Oh, Sajin! This is, oh look, where YouTube autoplay decided to put me. Hi, Sajin. It's your favorite game series. The one that you definitely joined the Discord for to play with on. See, Claire says, I haven't actually done the racing either. I'm afraid I'll get sucked in and forget the rest of the game. Claire says, in fact, I avoid the gold saucer altogether. So I just feel like, I just like hanging out. Says, I have a 4th gen racing chocobo. I've never been able to really get sucked into it, sadly, and I really do enjoy it. Sajin. Avalon says, you train and race chocobos and then breed them to make better chocobos. And Sage says, hello, Lala. Claire says, the more you play the game, the more there is to do. It's kind of nuts, especially once you're fully caught up. Says, good evening. Lala says, man, I remember zooming through this quest because I didn't care. Sage says, haha. Sage says, hey, it's still free spoken content for me to listen to. Yeah, it's your favorite. It's all these characters that you've grown to know and love through the 70 previous streams we've done, right, Sajin? Where am I going? Over there, apparently. I am... this one. It says, you have a very soothing voice for background noise, Grayson. Thank you. I assume that's a compliment. It's like the nicest way you could say I'm boring that I could ever hope for. And he says, to be fair, I get to relax when you play this, so it's in a way it's nice. To relax me, play this in a way it's kind of nice. Okay, I see what you mean. And Herethia. Yes, I'm Herethia. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, sir? I have a twice mulled wine for you, wink, wink, nod, nod, nudge, nudge. Bob's your uncle. Ah, I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by that baron. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. Those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. It was not more than infatuation, what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, gods, this scandal. I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a Here made it so much... Well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from service, cast out onto the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. What was the point of this story? That's just a sad story. I don't feel like I furthered anything other than now I'm sad. Okay. Great. Moving on. I guess I just go... What was the point of that? I think I need to go back to the Forgotten Night, it looks like. It says like 99% a joke, I don't feel bad. It's all good, Sajin. It's okay, back. Hello. Oh, smell your back. Drat. Oh, I was just about to finish up all those really mean things I like to say about you. Everyone knows this. That says, no, you don't know me, here's some wine. Yeah, this is such a weird conversation to have, like some random person. Unless she didn't even have to drink the wine to start chattering. She says, gossip. And you'll find out the point. Trump says, now I'm sad. It only took 70 episodes, but he's finally starting to get FF14. AC says, sad makes for good story, though. It can. If it's sad just to be sad, though, I don't feel like it propels anything forward. Ah, so the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside once the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. Oh, wait a minute, because the mongrel. Is this like the story of the mongrels? Okay, I may have been catching on. Gilberlant's face is a mask, but beneath it you sense something old and bitter. Wait, Gilberlant, are you the mongrel? Hold on. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Geraldieu, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibits spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. You're just sending me out to go talk to people and get sad. I don't know if I like this. I appreciated this sequence of events. I think he's probably down here if I had to guess. Ouch. Aha. Geraldieu. Class says it propels the tears forward. Class says, good lord, this game knows how to pull tears forcefully. Geraldieu. Helone's blessings be upon you, sir. A gift? For me? Here, have some wine. Ah, the scent. How reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. 'Twas that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying, even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out, as if searching for her mother's face in the mists. Okay, this is getting interesting now. You talk to Gibberlone again? I'm starting to sense that the mongrel may actually be a female. Which, if that's the case, I still am guessing Gibberlone. AC says spirits, alcohol are good for lifting the spirits. Well, says, is that why they offer alcohol to spirits? Spirits to lift the spirits? I think, Lala, we're starting to solve the mysteries. Figuring it out. She was a remarkable woman, Grayson. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future. For her daughter's future. Great. This is a fun story. Bloodlines. Gibberlone has the look of a man weighing his words with the greatest of care. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us, and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, Grayson, and we can't escape it, no matter how hard we try. Thank you, Mr. Otter. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. What? I'm going back down here, I guess, but I don't... I guess I understand it, but I don't understand it. Oh, my life. Oh, you're so generic looking. Still looking for your mongrel? Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around if you know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? I'm looking for a mongrel with ruby red eyes and raven black hair. There's black hair, remember that. Oh, someone's got unusual tastes. Afraid I can't help you, though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't of the broom. Did you think I'd just tell you because you asked nicely? You might have. This is, hey, no big worries, but the on-screen chat is locked. Daggum. Oh, it is locked up. No. Aww. Dadgum. Well. Alright, if it's locked up, it's locked up. Shoot. Sage says, Lolly, you're a genius. Mom says, haha, thanks. It says some alcohol also has spiritual properties. They can repel negative spirits. Mom says, the one you gave wine to mentioned the Elzen man's ruby red eyes. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Fair enough. And AC says, holding a big bottle of Dragon Slayer sake. Jeez, AC. Sagen says, careful, Gray. That's some strong language there. He says, yeah, the mongrel's a half and half. Wow, it says time to get flamethrower on it. Jeez. They don't need to talk to you again? Oh, Alphinaud, hey. I had a long and pointless quest. Have you made any progress, Grayson? I gesture with a hand. In a second hand. So a mongrel was born of an Elzen nobleman and a Huron maidservant. Granted, it is no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes, Now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. Sure. Alphinaud is considering how best to proceed with the hunt for the mongrel. Fire and blood. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? She... Oh, confound it. She went below to make inquiries on her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, Grayson. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. What? Tataru in trouble? Perish the thought. There's his long and pointless quest, you say. Welcome to the world of MMOs. Well, it says, but Grayson, doesn't this bring you back to the good old-fashioned era dialogue quests? Dadgum, it does. Ouch. It really is that exact same thing of, like, talk to, like, 7 people, get no farther, and then have some random person tell you all the information you need just while you sit around waiting for it to come to you. We go this way, apparently. That says, does it ever end well? I mean, Tataru's not dead yet, so I guess in some ways it ends well. It's gonna make her sudden shocking death during Stormbringer all the more shocking, though. Cast your gaze over the streets below, but see no sign of Tataru. He says it's not common you see children of different parentage. They either take on the racial traits of one or the other. Oh, it's a Stormbringer. Is that not what I said? Stormbringer? That's the expansion, right? The Bringer of Storms. You get to play as a... I know what I'm talking about. Well, it's this Stormblood and Shadowbringers. Look. It's the same. I'm sure they're all very similar stories. I'm sure it's just... It's all fine. Alphinaud says, she must be around here somewhere. I take it you've had no luck either. I shake my head. There she is. She's doubled over half dead. Gasp! I'm sorry, I forget I said anything. Making friends. Wait, down there. Isn't that Tataru? Those men are chasing her. Quickly, Grayson, after them. I nod my head. Tataru, watch out.
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I just say that anytime 2 people are cornering like one other person in an alleyway, like never ends well for anyone.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
Gasp.
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Oh, what a friendly friend.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out of House 4 Tom's Manor all the time.
Maybe. You don't know that.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
Sure.
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Right?
Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Wow, these guys are way in over their head in terms of a fight.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Dun dun dun. Raven
Hilda.
black hair. Hilda? Who is this? Ruby red eyes?
Lay a finger on the blue blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand.
It's true, maybe.
And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
I'm here too. We searched for Tataru successfully. We did it. They didn't much care for my story about the weathered cane. What? What weathered cane? For once it would seem the fates were smiling upon us. Had those ruffians forced our hand, I dare not think what would have ensued. Alice is exactly the same story. Class has two explanations at least. Alice says they want to both laugh and cry. Adam says as fast as Gray's going, they might as well be Stormbringer. Look, I'll get there eventually, okay? Ace says, ironically, seeing couples of different races aren't uncommon and accepted in Eorzea. Claire says, better than calling Shadowbringer Shadowlands. He says, Stormbringer the axe? Alan says, best girl, Hilda, my wife. Forgot Alfie was that snarky. Oh, hey, Auntie. Anti-Rack. Hello, and welcome. Atchis says, my queen. He says, Alphinaud needs an adult. Guess Grayson will suffice. Snow says, wife? Wife. AC says, red eyes and black hair makes me think of Tifa Lockhart. Did Tifa have red eyes? I don't even remember. It's been so long since I played, like, I haven't played the remake. I've only played the original. But, golden. Want to take a stroll through the room and remind yourself how good you've got it. I swear you've people. Filthy fellow. Got my eye on you. Beggarly fellow. Whatever you gotta say, say it. Oh yeah, that's right. I already talked to you. Hilda. Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, eh? The Forgotten Knights, say. I have a funny feeling that if I follow the orange names, I'll go where I need to go. AC says Tifa's more reddish brown, not pure red, but still. Tiny gremlin, I'll race you. Can't win. Your legs are too stubby. Yes. Superior bunny genes for the win. Well, there's a lot of people in here now. If you're nervous, I could try parlaying with them on our behalf. Perhaps they'd be interested in techniques for working Lewon logs. Maybe the tale of the cursed Gladius. Oh, I know. The legendary skillet. Everyone loves that one. Tataru, what are they teaching around here? I think it best if you take the lead this time, Grayson. You're right, I am definitely the best talker in this group. We all know this. You're gonna say the same thing? Yeah, I'll say the same thing. It's all good. Duty calls commence battle for fire and blood. You're above the maximum level of sync that follows. There's a battle coming up. Does anyone know how long that battle might take? Like, if it might behoove me to wait till next year, if it'd be better to finish this off now. Like, if we paused here, we could do like a multiplayer, like, trial or something with everybody. Says, alright, everyone ready for a big whiff? Says, if you change the DPS? He says, Grayson, those are Uldan stories Tataru is telling, I believe. Oh, okay. Says, it shouldn't take super long. Says, not very long. He says, 15-ish minutes. Says, I'd rather you finish the dungeon than play with you. Ace says, 10 or less. Meerkat says, I don't watch the stream to watch you rerun Crystal Tower. So it says, yes, finish. Alright. The word is coming in strong and clear. Who wants to run Aram Vale again? Yeah? Claire says not long, and then there's an upcoming dungeon unless you weren't getting the hints chat was giving. That says this pause is making the whiff comment awkward. Oh. You know, it's a lot more shocking when other people do a big jump from above. It's fine when I do it, but I don't expect it from others. Evelyn says, "Woo, Arm Vale," said no one. AC and Nai-chan is not a fan either. Ace says, "Change the DPS for this, you can do healer as a dungeon." Kane says, "I think you can solo Arm Vale, no problem." Unless it sounds like someone just broke their knees. Yeah, that was brutal sounding. That sounded not healthy. Like, dadgum. And everybody's suggesting I switch to DPS for the following problem, so I shall do as requested. My Dragoon is a higher level than my White Mage right now? What the hey? That's wild. I'll be Dragoon. Dragoon is thematically accurate, and actually I'm fairly practiced with Dragoon at the moment. Like, I understand how to use it better than my other stuff of right now. Plus, I love the crack sound when following. The crack sound is very, like, perfect, I have to say. Like, let me see if I can example it. That wasn't a very good thump, but like, it's definitely got a full rich sound to it. I do appreciate that. But it says, "Doing this as a healer isn't bad, but it may be fast as DPS." It says, "Lalafell are the experts at breaking knees, so they would know." As Lalafell are immune to broken knees, though. I feel like the Lalafell have really, like, pretty thick knees. They look like they're pretty strong. Anyway, we'll go ahead and we'll do this as Dragoon and see how this works. He says, "Breaking other people's knees." This is, Lawless have no knees. Okay. Money changing hands. Oh, everyone's leaving the room for secrets. I nod my head. I gesture with the hand and proceed to tell my entire life story.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Yes. That's definitely how concisely I phrased it before.
Eh? What are they on about?
The High Houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard.
Right.
But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike.
See? Important information.
And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
It's a good plan, right?
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
Oh, that's what Emmerich's angle is.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
Do you live here?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hell?
Gasp. Betrayal. Whoa. Yo. You think he's alright?
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy.
Oh, good. Sorry, bear.
And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do.
Can I just say, this guy is awful gutsy to just wander by himself, apparently, into a room full of people thinking he has the upper hand.
Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I don't know if that's actually
I reckon
medicine.
Sir would be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Machinist. Oh. Mild surprise.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered.
Maybe. You don't know that.
Let us step outside, milady. In here, your toys could hurt someone.
Oh, I don't like that guy. I'm coming too, apparently. Tataru, come help. Fight him. Oh, we're actually fighting. Hold on.
Right there!
Ooh. Let me just... There we go. Get rid of that guy. That guy's not taking as much damage as I would like.
You disgust me.
So that guy doesn't seem to get hurt very much. Oh, hey, it's Archibald. He's coming to help.
Helone, guide my sword!
Filthy rats!
I am getting hurt quite a bit. This feels pretty unfair. We did it. We killed some guy. Some guy.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Oh, you're fine then, huh?
Enough!
He's like, yeah, maybe I picked a bad fight. Oh, what a flip.
Lucky bastard.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
Probably right. Those guys were. I forgot those guys were like over there cheering us on, like,
I
"Hey,
thought
get
the
him!"
Heavensward might come here as well.
Mm-hmm.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Oh.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavensward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Well, that's convenient for them.
Then the Heavensward now commands the Temple Knights.
Hmm.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Oh.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
Yeah. Kind of seems that way, don't it?
You're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he?
That's like one skill that Alphinaud has. Dragging other people into his problems. Also, nice floating gun. That's impressive. He's like, I don't know.
Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
I like her. We all nod our heads. We have an understanding. Your level is no longer synced. Lucia? I never liked him, not since his days as an Inquisitor. Took far too much pleasure in his work. Time is of the essence, Grayson. We must move quickly before they discern our intent. America is saying, I can stand the AoE, doesn't hurt. So it says, hey, you cheater, protect is out of the game. I think he hurts for fun. How dare he still be able to cast Protect? AC says, Sir Sharebear is a former head Inquisitor, expert in fire magic. Yeah, Haven says, I'm drowning from all the head nodding. Because I watched someone playing a tank yesterday, just really tried to hide him out of the airways and basically just run around doing nothing. That's his best friend. So, although maybe don't stand in the overlapping airways. Lived anyway. Those slips, there's a machine's trick. Let's see, he mentions the floating gun, but not Isel's hair and clothes flipping out in Zenith. Look. You never ever talk about how a girl's hair looks. That is a sure reason to, like, that invites an early death. We all know this. AC says, as a machinist, I can confirm we pull stuff out of invisible pockets. Fair enough. First Sir Grinno and Sir Parcelon. Paula Crane. Now this Chairbeck character. I mean, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are all the Knights of the Heavensward this bad? They kind of seem that way. I had not reckoned with the Temple Knights' involvement. Not as enemies, at any rate. It is a problem. Bugger me if you ain't everything they say. How the hell did you do that thing with the other thing? Great. Oh, you didn't give half that highborn scum what for. That was a sight for sore eyes, that was. Delightful. Right, Hilda. Let me guess. You're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Maybe. Because it's what I am. I'm not ashamed of it. Not anymore. Besides, even my pure-blood pups have more in common with me than the lords and ladies up on high. They none of them are well-bred. Hell, some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun, same as mine. Story all this time, and one was sick of hearing, which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the blue bloods to account. Some have done right by us, I'll allow, like them in House Hylianot. But enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting. Quest complete. We did it. Alright, and I think that's actually probably a good place to end the stream. We're just about 10 o'clock where I am, 10 p.m. In just about 2 hours. And I figure this is probably what's gonna kick off a proper dungeon if I had to guess. And says LMAO. Yeah, so I think we made some good progress today. We had a lot of really exciting developments in the story. We learned the final, true, definite, entire full story of the Dragonsong War. We know exactly everything about it that ever happened. No more loopholes. No more plot holes. We fought Heavensward Knight. Beat him up. Definitely the last time we'll ever see that guy again. And yeah, we just all around we did some good work here. Saints says already. Longless says emote. That says an awful place to end it game-wise. There says a very good place. Sad gotta wait a week for what comes next. So yeah, I mean, I think on Sunday we'll continue with the story. We'll probably like do some community stuff for a couple hours and then like do some MSQ for a little bit afterwards as well. And I may start doing that as time goes on, because I'd love to be able to play the story more. It's just finding the time for it. Anyway, other issues. But hey, we're getting there. And there's some really cool stuff going on. I really am enjoying Ishgard and Heavensward. There's just been like some really interesting lore and history with the place, and the characters are pretty cool. Sage says thanks for the background noise, Ray. Oh, Sajin, anytime. I will be glad to drone on and on inside your ear holes. Ace says someone in House Hylianot taught her how to use firearms. Okay, CC Baz says now you know the truth. Oh, hey, CC Baz. I know the truth, right? Yep, we know the whole truth, nothing but the truth. There's no possible questions remaining. I understand perfectly what's going on. Now it is just a matter of starting up her beet farm and moving to Costa del Sol to live a peaceful existence on the beach. Lala says I'm struggling, but I'll forgive you. That says week. Doesn't he play again later than the week? So yeah, I think I talked about this before, but Thursday I'll be taking off. Yeah, Lala says the holiday Thursday, so it's taking it off. There says Monday, so next Sunday. Okay, so 6 days, not 7. Yeah, I mean, it's most of a week. That's right. Trump says, perfect time for me. I was just heading to bed. No problems, Lala. It's from. You just have a good night, Gray. You too, Lala. So you said as well. Yeah, so I think, well, yeah, we'll end the stream here. Thanks, everybody, for coming to hang out. This was tons of fun. It's always fun to be able to chat with folks and just kind of enjoy the story together. Hope you all had some fun, and I hope you have a good week. We'll see you next Sunday for more Final Fantasy. And then we'll see you tomorrow for those who like the Warframe stuff. So yeah, and that's Warframe is the same time it'll always be. For those who like that. I just see you Saturday then, gonna try not to miss it. That's Sunday, Night-chan. Smoke says goodnight. Grigori says, oh, Grigori, you came back just in time again. Kaden says thanks. Buzz says alright, good night, I'll have a good week and happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. For those who celebrate that, or just have a good week in general for those who don't. And Grigori says late again. Sorry, Gregorius. Adam says goodnight. Zatch was lurking, but good night. Yeah, good night, Zatch. Good to see you. Hope you enjoyed it. Says Bias Agent maybe on Warframe tomorrow. Oh yeah, and Ouija says, yep, good story progress. Claire says, have an enjoyable turkey day. Ouija says, see you Sunday. Rory says, good night. Lawless says, have a good evening. Nightchan says, right, Sunday, okay. Yeah, bye, Cool Air. Thanks for hanging out in game. I know there wasn't really a lot of multiplayer stuff tonight, but still fun to see everybody. So, alright. We will see everybody next time. I hope you have a good night, have a good week. And yeah, we'll see you. Thanks for coming. Alright, bye-bye.